So I graduated from law school and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with myself. I didn't have a job, and so I went down to Mexico and I worked at a human rights organization in southern Mexico in Chiapas with indigenous people. And I did that, and then I was looking for jobs, and I found this job that I applied for at the Florence Project, this nonprofit in Arizona, and I got the job and started working and realized how amazing it was for me, even though it's this tiny organization in the middle of the Arizona desert, how important it feels for me to be able to just be present with people when they're going through one of the most tough and probably challenging and terrifying experiences of their lives in the legal system. And so for me, just to be able to be present with them and be able to offer what legal assistance I can to them in that moment has been really important to me. I learned about the Carliner Award because there was a person in our office who is actually friends with the David Carliner family, and she got an email from one of them who was asking people to sort of publicize the award, and so she sent it out to everyone in our office, and I saw it, and I thought, I think I maybe fall in this category, and I think maybe I could apply for this. So winning the David Carliner Award has been really important for me in many respects. One, it has been just a huge affirmation of the work that I've done for the past 8 years. I've been out in the middle of the Arizona desert, working in a pretty hostile environment in a lot of ways on issues that are very dear to my heart. And when you're in that kind of isolated context, it's hard to remember all the time that there's support for what you do out there, and that there are people who really do believe in what you're trying to accomplish. And so to have this kind of award from people who I respect so much it's been such a wonderful affirmation. It's also really, I think, really important and meaningful for me to learn about David Carliner's life and everything that he accomplished, because as much as I think my work is hard, I think some of the cases that he brought, challenging, interracial marriage bans in the 50s and 60s, challenging, LGBT rights. Every time I think, that I've got it hard, I think, well, he had it pretty hard too. For the last 8 years, I have been doing immigration law in Arizona, and I work for a nonprofit called the Florence Project. And the Florence Project has been dedicated to providing free legal assistance to people who are going through deportation proceedings in Arizona and who are detained in immigration custody. And they don't have a right to appointed counsel. So what the Florence Project does is it goes out and does these Know Your Rights presentations in the detention centers and basically teaches people how to represent themselves in front of immigration judges. So I started off as a staff attorney there, and I started getting into other projects, and I developed some projects working as a bridge between immigration and the criminal justice system. I also started doing a lot of appellate work. I also began trying to teach courses at a local law school on this area of law, which is becoming bigger and bigger. And then about a year ago, I got a job at the Federal Defenders of San Diego. And the Federal Defenders of San Diego does a lot of the intersection between criminal and immigration law. And so I'm currently working as an appellate attorney there. So one of the things that I tell young lawyers when they ask me, what kind of law should I do? Or a lot of times they'll come and say, how do you do this work? It's so depressing. And it can be depressing, but for some reason it's not depressing to me. And so what I tell young lawyers is find the area of law that is not depressing to you. Find the area of law that both energizes you and really breaks your heart every single day, and then figure out a way to do it. It's been wonderful. It's been amazing to just be in the presence of the legal minds that are here and just realize how much knowledge there is out here, and to be able to get my nerd fix in a way, to hear all these people that are collaborating and strategizing about different legal theories and how do we go about challenging this or this. It's really inspiring to be able to hear a lot of people's experiences and wisdom and take it home and put it into practice.